My name is Rohan Aluri, and this is my magnetic field of a bar magnet lab. So the purpose of this experiment was to gain a better visual understanding of magnetic fields and their properties, as well as determining the existence of correlation between magnetic fields and the observable distances on the on and off axis, as well as using the Biot-Savart law to determine and compare distance-dependent measurements. Lastly, we found that the system in this experiment was a magnetometer and that the surroundings was the magnetic bar itself. And for a quick summary of our results, we can see that the magnetic dipole moment equaled 3.13 and that distance dependence was equal to negative 2.9515. And most importantly, after completing the lab, we found that there exists a correlation between the computational and analytical models for the net electric fields. So some of the fundamental physics principles that we used within this lab was Biot-Savart law, which is used to express a magnetic field in terms of its source, making B the magnetic field, R the observation vector, and U the magnetic dipole moment from the south to the north pole. The magnetic field's magnitude can be seen to be equal to K times R to the power n, and we expect n, which is distance dependence, to have a value around -3, and we can use this to graph the logarithmic estimate because using the original equation results in a far difficult calculation. The logarithmic equation is shown below, and these equations are used to solve the purpose of the experiment, which is to compare distance-dependent measurements. So some of the steps that I took to complete this lab was that I first found that the system was a magnetometer, the surroundings was a magnet, and that Earth's field, which was also the initial condition. We also found magnetic north by lying my phone on a table and rotating it until the magnetometer's x component was equal to 0. After, I set up a meter stick aligned with the bottom edge of my phone to make sure it runs exactly east to west, as seen in figure A. After, I located my phone's magnetometer by sliding the phone perpendicular to the meter stick in the x and y directions, and by marking the axes with tape, as seen in figure B. I moved the phone along the meter stick on the x-axis at a 45-degree angle and recorded the data. I noticed that as the magnetometer went closer to the magnet, the respective measured x component increases. So this is our data for the on-axis, and we got our linear equation to be y equals -2.9515x minus 14.284. Because n is equal to -2.95 and is only 1.6% off of the expected value of -3, we can solve for the u value as shown in my work in the bottom right hand side. For the off-axis data, I positioned my phone to act as d-perp in both the x and y directions, and then I made sure to subtract the magnitude of Earth's magnetic field because it has an influence. I found that the average d-perp, as seen in figure A, equals 0.187 meters, and that the average B net equals 1.85 times 10 to the -4. So this was our glow script code, and in here you can see how we created the magnet at the origin while defining the variables, as well as how we created our function to create the magnetic field with its given constants, and lastly how we created arrows to represent magnetic field perpendicular to the axis. In our glow script model, you can see how the blue arrows which lie on the vertical axis point to the left, how the green arrows which lie on the horizontal axis point to the right, and calculations for each arrow are shown on the right hand side picture, along with the calculation with magnitude at 45 degrees as intended. So some of the errors that could be made in this lab is human error due to the fact that our human eye is not as precise, as well as any external electrical equipments, magnets, or other magnetic objects that are located near the smartphone which could interfere with the measurements, and any impact that was accidentally made to the phone which leads to inaccurate values. For our results, we can see that our experimental average was 1.85 times 10 to the -4, our computational was 2.67 times 10 to the -5, and that n was calculated to be -2.9515, and that the magnetic dipole moment was 3.13. So for our first what if question, if the values would all be somewhat inaccurate, including K, N, and U. The readings of the magnetometer would also be skewed toward the direction of magnetic north, and additionally, their magnetic field magnitude would decrease in value because it is no longer on an axis and would therefore be impacted by Earth's magnetic field. For our second question, the magnetic field's direction would likely be the same, but the magnetic field's magnitude would end up being at least double the original amount. This is similar to how increasing separation between dipoles increases the electric field.